Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Chemical Guys Detail Garage. On today's video, we're continuing with our series on how to speed up your detail, and on today's episode, we're going over wheels. Stay tuned on today's video where we show you guys all of our best tips, tricks, and techniques for you guys to utilize to go ahead and speed up your wheel cleaning process while still getting that nice, clean, amazing shine. So first things first, our biggest tip for you guys is that if you have access to remove your wheels and go ahead and do all the work, then we highly recommend removing the wheels so that you can easily clean the entire wheel without any kind of hassles. But if you can't remove your wheels, then stay tuned because this video works out great either which way. Our first tip for you guys is have an easier time cleaning the barrel of your wheel by using the chemicalguys Wheel Gerbils. Now this set of brushes are great because they're long, they're smooth, they're soft, but yet they're still durable enough to go ahead and agitate all that dirt, grime, brake dust, and stuff that collects in the barrel of your wheel. So using these combination of brushes is definitely going to speed up the process of you getting in there and saving your hands at the same time from getting all jacked up from trying to get your hands in there with the smaller brush or even like a wash mitt or whatever it is you guys use to clean your wheels. So these brushes are great so that you save your hands. You can go ahead and stick them right in with easy access, and you have 3 different sizes. So you have one large head brush right here. This brush works out great for pretty much covering the majority of your barrel, but in the case that you have smaller spokes or you have more spokes and you have a tighter gap, you can use a medium, longer one, which works out great for getting deep into the wheel, whilst also still giving you the access of being able to get in there. And then lastly, we also have a thin, short one right here, which works out great if you have a wheel that has kind of like a small lip right here. This wheel right here has a lot of small lips all around, and it's also great for getting into those lug nut areas. Not only are these wheel brushes going to allow you to speed up the process of cleaning your wheels, but they are also super soft. So you can go ahead and use them on nice glossy wheels such as so, matte wheels, and all types of wheels to go ahead and safely clean the wheels without installing any kind of scratches or swirls to the finish. Our next tip comes to you guys who have extremely filthy wheels. Now, using a product like Decon works out great because it breaks down all those fine iron embedded contaminants that are embedded into the finish of your wheel. So if you have an older wheel, if you have a wheel that hasn't been cleaned in a very long time and that has been neglected, instead of being there all day with a mild cleaner, you can go ahead and knock out the majority of that dirt, grime, and embedded brake dust with a product like Iron Decon because it breaks down all those fine iron contaminants that, pretty much etch themselves in your wheel and they give it that nasty look. Once you're finished cleaning your wheels, one thing that you can do to speed up the process of drying them is using an air blower. Now, using an air blower such as the Metrovac Sidekick works out amazing because instead of you being there with a ton of towels trying to dry your wheels, this is definitely going to save the time and effort of you having to get in there in the barrel and any kind of intricate areas so that you use the power of air to go ahead and get all that water out from the wheels. So if you have a wheel that's pretty huge and or smaller with intricate areas, you can go ahead and use the blower to go ahead and get into all those areas, dry it up without even having to lay a finger on them. This is definitely going to save yourself the time and the hassle of trying to get into your wheels with a small drying towel or small sponges to go ahead and dry up your wheels. So you're not there all day trying to get into those hard to reach areas by hand. Use the power of the air to go ahead and knock that stuff right off in just a matter of seconds. It's super easy to use. All you have to do is connect it to a power source, flick on the switch, and go ahead and dry your entire wheel and your tires and even your undercarriage while you're at it. Once you've fully cleaned and dried your wheels, it's time to go ahead and give those tires some love and attention. And what better way to go ahead and speed up the process of applying a tire shine to your tires than by using aerosol-based dressing such as Nice and Wet Tire Shine. Nice and Wet is, well, if you can't tell by the name already, it leaves a nice and wet shine. So this product right here, it's super easy to use. All you have to do is spray directly onto your tire and get that nice wet shine going on. This is definitely going to speed up the process of you having to apply dressing by hand or by an applicator or even like a brush by using the power of the aerosol formula to simply go ahead and spray a nice fine coat of tire dressing onto your tires and get that instant high shine. This product not only works out great for tires, but it also works out great for exterior trims to go ahead and get that instant shine and protection in one easy step. Nice and Wet is super easy and convenient to use because you don't need any kind of applicators. All you have to do is open up the cap, spray directly onto the surface of your tire and or your trim, and you're good to go. No other work necessary. If you do find yourself over applying that Nice and Wet because you love that nice and wet shine, then you can go ahead and grab a soft microfiber towel and gently buff off any excess so that you don't get any kind of fling and or you don't have a nasty looking, greasy shine. Nice and Wet is definitely going to speed up the process of applying a tire shine to your tires especially if you have a huge wheel and or even an off-road wheel that has tons of ridges, grooves, and texture that's very hard to get into with a brush or an applicator. So save yourself the time, pick yourself a bottle of nice and wet, and get that nice and wet shine. And our last tip for you guys is planning for the future and making your life so much easier in the future for cleaning your wheels by applying a coat of Maxco Wheel Guard to your rims. Maxco Wheel Guard is a synthetic sealant designed to go ahead and protect your wheels, gives it a super slick finish, and prevents a lot of that brake dust from sticking onto the finish of your wheels. So if you have high performance brakes and your car turns out brake dust like no tomorrow, this is going to be a huge time saver for you in the future to simply clean up your wheels so that you're not there all day trying to worry about, heavy baked on brake dust. All you have to do to use it is simply go ahead and grab a microfiber applicator, dunk it into the can of Maxco Wheel Guard, work it onto the surface of your wheel, let that sit for anywhere from about 5 to 10 minutes, buff it off with a premium microfiber towel, and boom, you're done. A product such as Maxco Wheel Guard is designed to go ahead and reduce the static cling of your wheels so that you minimize the amount of brake dust that clings onto the surface of your wheels by up to 75%. Not only does this create a super slick surface, but it also creates a super hydrophobic surface that repels a lot of that water. So remember that tip where I told you guys to go ahead and blow dry your wheels? Well, this is gonna go ahead and work hand in hand with that blower so that your wheels have that hydrophobic layer so that when you go ahead and use your blower on there, it's gonna blow off all that water, no problem, and no water left behind. Lastly, it does leave behind a super high gloss finish. So if you have nice, classy wheels and you want to go ahead and protect the nice high gloss finish of them, then go ahead and slap a coat of Maxco Wheel Guard on them to keep them shining and protected at all times. Also, if you have a pretty big wheel opening or if you have your wheels off your car, then go ahead and put this on the barrel of your wheel as well so that you minimize the amount of brake dust that gets in there as well, and it's going to work out amazing at preventing all that brake dust from caking onto the inner part of your wheel. Alright guys, and there you guys have it, one clean wheel later. As you guys see, the results on this wheel look amazing, and that's all because we just pretty much expedited the wheel cleaning process by using just a simple few tips and tricks. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a like. If you guys learned something new today, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. As always, make sure to comment down below your future ideas of what other tips and tricks we can give you guys to speed up your detailing game. My name is Joey, this is Chemical Guys Detail Garage, and we'll see you guys next time.